Good evening, welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT, and tonight I'm bringing you the Pagnian Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship, and that is round 4 tonight. That will be seeing us at Bathurst Mount Panorama. The session tonight, we've got 10 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying, a 40-minute race. Weather conditions are clear. Time of day is late afternoon, and the car's capped to 47% means they will need to stop for fuel to finish out their race. Our championship standings after the third round, Blake Warboys leads the charge on 778 points, followed by Anthony Visma in P2 and Tim Mulford in P3. Last week for round 3 at Road Atlanta full course, and it was a clean sweep taken by Blake Warboys from the round, just furthering that championship lead. And our drivers are competing for the chance to be able to win themselves a fantastic prize courtesy of our partners at Next Level Racing. And that is for a Next Level Racing HF8 haptic gaming pad. That's an excellent prize to be able to get themselves into and then be able to improve their racing with all the haptic feedback that would provide. A bit of a tongue twister there. And we'll take a look at the track session. We've got 23 degrees currently, track length 6.14 kilometers. And it's 25% humidity, and that is staying in clear conditions, and it's unlikely to see that change. We'll jump over trackside and see how the drivers are faring. If you're joining us for the stream, jump in the chat, say hello. Let us know who you're here to cheer on. And we'll be missing a few tonight, heading off down to Bathurst for the race on the weekend. A lot of our drivers probably also being out on the track for the Bathurst 1000 over the weekend. Ample practice laps having been done. We're getting first times in. Clifton set to 205.5. And Rushworth 1.9 off that time. And Jeff Arnold being the only ones to get a lap in the practice session so far. So doing well to be straight off the mark and getting those in. And thanks for jumping on the stream. Only a couple minutes left of the practice. A few more times coming through. And any bit of a scrape on the wall is going to invalidate their lap times coming into the qualifying. It's going to be pretty difficult to try and find a position out amongst the field just to try and get that perfect lap in. We've got a couple of new drivers tonight as well. Debuting with us, so we've got Carl Furtner. Welcome aboard. All the best of luck tonight. And so Jacob Guscott debuting tonight. Welcome aboard and best of luck to you, Jacob. Seeing some good scrapes and scuffs on some cars already. Look to go for a dive off to the outside there. 10 seconds to go. And over to the important qualifying. There's championship points on the line. And series leader War Boys looking to vow to try and push out that lead more. And moves us across right on the dot. Be cautious in the pits, they can make contact. They're scrambling out onto the track. It's only going to really end up being about 3 laps. They're probably going to be able to really ultimately squeeze in. And if they make a bigger error, it's going to cause some damage. They're going to bring the car back. It's going to be causing all sorts of headaches for them. They'll be heading back out on track for another outlap. On board for a hot lap. We don't have too many opportunities to be able to do it. Start the lap with Cooper Cotterill. And the second for turn 1. Right out all the way onto the ribble strip. Drivers generally will hold out that 5th gear. Sometimes optional. Some take the second, with a bit more turning, then run out into 3rd, or just dive down in through 3rd. And Cunnings, the 3rd, 2nd first, or 2nd if you're worried about that slip, is going to hold 3rd all the way to the wall, the understeer. Across the top, it holds all the way out, hugs that wall. Bit of traffic, just not to make a move here. And nice line to be able to open up that flow. Down the Forest elbow. First, usually to be able to turn the car through. Line up the adrenaline sign and out it goes. Chick's car moving aside. Cooper Cotterill. And moves aside. It's probably just the end of the lap for Cooper. goes for the final corner. Just watching that inside curb, you're going to lose all your momentum. No time on the board for Cotterill. Fortunately, with diving off on Conrad. Currently in pole of 2:03.8, Harry Dodds. Very quick times coming through. I just moves up into P2. A 2:06. Tongue flies through. So moves across. Halfway through qualifying. Oh, big understeer into that wall for Hughes. I think it was second timed lap for Hughes. Got last drive, so it's like 13 drivers are getting a time on the board. David Colvin debuting with us tonight as well. Welcome aboard, David, and all the best. All Boys takes pole 2:03.24. On an out lap. Working heaps and space ahead, as well as keeping those tyre temperatures low. I'm going to scuff them down the S's. Colin just comes through with a nice time, straight up. 2.1 away from Warboy's pole. It's a time lap for Martin, puts into P13. Burton's got some front right damage. It's been done over the course of this lap, and this time's probably not going to count to get a time on the board. No, it does. P20. With a minute 30 on the clock. It's not going to be too much time to get another lap in. Alford sporting some damage. Big blink. Is that me freezing? That's my iRacing freezing, unfortunately. It is. I'll have to miss the qualifying results while I end up actually being able to get ourselves back in to catch the start of the race. We'll be at a technical issues screen just for a moment while we log back in and get that sorted. Back shortly. And we are back. Luckily, with the bigger tracks, we get a little bit of extra time in the sessions to be able to, before it crosses over. Few cars still currently active. Not sure if we're about to get qualifying results other than the standings now. Get qualifying results, so that would be fantastic. We'll check those out now. Qualifying for round 4 of the Pagnian Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship, being at Mount Panorama Circuit. Blake Warboys is our pole position driver. Then the rest of the grid is then Harry Dodds, Anthony Visma, Blake Fitz, David Coleman, Tim Mulford, Vic Clifton, Ricky Hyde, Michael Schroeder, Jamie Tung, Jacob Guscott, Jacob Trainer, Andrew Rushworth, Sam Tucker, Brad Hayes, Ryan Bunt, Nicholas Martin, Stephen Luckhurst in P18. And the rest of the grid through to P28 on the screen now. Fantastic view for the start of the race here. 4 drivers left to grid. Boys Fitz and Rushworth just left to grid now. It's got Bit of flashing. All cars have grid. Lights ready to go green to start round 4.
Green, green, green.
Away we go for the start of round 4. 28 cars doing battle over the mountain. Looks like a nice start down through Hell Corner, but side by side between Warboys and Dodds. Warboys just getting the nose ahead, but Dodds are going to fight for that inside light, nearly squeezing across. Warboys to shave off that speed, so that allows Visma to sneak through. No, Warboys is going to go for a dive straight through the cutting. Oh, spin around for Visma. Safety car away for the start. Drivers smashing into it. Safety car comes out for the first time in the Supercars Championship for this series. Early safety car is going to be really playing havoc with the pit strategy. Drivers tangled in the incident. Some heavy damage there for Visma. Right, safety car makes its way around. We can get what was going on the spin. Tap to the behind, going through. And Schooler just spins on their own accord, and that's where the heavy damage end up going on. So it could be potential for a costly penalty situation. The car making the tap behind, work out who that was. Icepack, thanks for joining the stream. Yes, so definitely a bit of a big bust up. So Visma's in the pits. Schooler not needing to pit in. A little bit of rear left damage showing for Schooler. And thanks for the follow, Ryan. So we hear cheer on Carl by the look of the Twitch handle. Drivers now needing to shuffle around. Should be 1 to green. Field mostly bunched up now. All bunched up, ready for the restart. Dodds going to have to play a heavy defensive game unless can completely nail the restart. Warboys is going to be itching to try and get around as fast as possible. Warboys has been driving through the series so far. So he gets that little bit of a lead ahead, just completely pulls away and then no stopping. A track like Bathurst can play a little bit more defensive. Safety car will come in at the end of this lap. Fortunate with the bigger tracks. Under safety car, very slow caution laps around the track. And they're going to be very borderline to be within the pit window. They do duck in later. Curious to see which ones dive in. Fair few would have already have gone in. Visma goes back in. Grabs some fuel, as does Schooler. Pit lane time for Hayes. 0.77, that's rather interesting. Itching to go now. Slow coasting around. Only 80 k's. It's added a full 2 minutes to the lap just to be able to go around on the safety. Lots of contact going on in the train. Getting closer to the restart now. be a single file restart. Driver's already shuffled, ready for it to go green. Just cross quarter of the way through. And they got about 3/4 of the way through their first lap before the safety car came out. Should peel in. Is he going to dive across? No, what's it doing? It's not coming in. For some reason, it's not reducing the laps, so we will have the 3 laps that will come in at the end of this one. Actually giving it a big chance, at least for the drivers to get in for their pit strategies. Yeah, high pacing it is. Truly is. I guess they did just go out. See the fuel conservation going on at the moment with Harry Dodds. Racing around in 6th gear. Hopefully it'll be the same for the others as well. Lots of clutching in the Mustang. It's neutral by the look of it for the Fits. What a long stop for Kurt Heath. Minute 35 total pit time. That was it, have ducked in only 57 seconds, 52 seconds, and 46. There's Visma, Schooler, and Fertner. Caught back at the train. He's got some time to try and chase it. Train should be in sight now, I would assume. Yeah, PR, I think it's going to be a pretty good position for those that have pit. Because they're definitely within the window, they're able to power straight through. And there's the train now. It's going to be quick splash and dash for the few up the front that are heavily conserving, I would assume. Those that are snuck in now will be able to just keep ploughing through the field as everyone peels off to grab their fuel. So it's only 4 drivers that have actually been able to take that splash of fuel. Right, a race restart now. Safety car ducks in. Back underway. Green flag for round 4. Oh, heavy defensive work. pushing the limits of their one move for Dodds. All boys will be sitting in with a nice slipstream down Mountain Straight. Dodds covers the inside lane early. Definitely knowing has to play that defensive game to be able to hold the lead here. Bit of a rear slip. I think that was some heavy defensive work. Warboy's starting to play here as well. How tight Warboys is holding it. Dodds isn't able to pull away decently from the Forest elbow here. Boys is easily going to be able to line up for the chase. Looking in a good position to line up for a move. About to get that racing line. Dodds gonna have to work hard here. Just sneaks the tail in. Well, an outside move at the cutting would be interesting from Warboys. No, yes, when he has to back off. I think that was actually almost contemplation for it. I don't think that was just festering mirrors. Oh, solid hit from Fitz. Oh, and another slam. Usually, after that first one, he's bound to get another couple. Just lose that momentum and that line. Dodds able to start putting a bit more of a gap over this lap compared to the lap before. Fight here between Coleman and Mulford. I think that was at a potential slowdown. Going for Coleman is an interesting track position that the two were in some very reduced pace. Oh, too wide. Down Conrad. Cotterill just sneaks in at the chase. Nice pass around Duell. Nicholas Martin coming into the pits. The gap starting to increase for Dodds. Three Apex cars in a row here. Rushworth, Bunt and Hayes following. Oh, smash! That was Ryan. No, it wasn't Ryan Bunt. Who was that? Was that Hayes? Having to tow. Very unfortunate for Hayes. Sure if there was a touch there, if that was just a full rear slide. I think it may have potentially lit up. Always goes for the move down Conrod. It's going to be hard for Dodds here to try and fight and pull up here. All boys passes for P1 on lap 7. Visma goes to position for a move. Not sure if there was a touch there. It was a big lock from Luckhurst. Looks like an error made from Cotterill. Lestwell was able to get another pass around. There's been a shuffling positions again. Heavily chasing Hyde here. Wall strike the car behind. I think that was Schroeder. Clifton starting to try and put some pressure onto Hyde. Whether it was just picking a very different line. He's tucked in close behind Bunt. Also has Visma closing in quickly. Bunt manages this hold on in time. Almost thought the curb was going to unsettle it out of the corner. Visma goes for a move to position up for turn 1. Trainer in the pits. All boys pushing out that gap over Dodds now, 0.7. Then another few seconds away to P4 for Fitz. It's a little bit safe to be able to have before Milford will be peering in that mirror. Hayes back out after the tow. Arnold towing. Lenarchik just pulling up. Burtner's just on the journey out. There's just been a crash for Luckhurst. Firing a toe, Forest Elbow. What traffic? So ahead, that's Brad Hayes. Back out after the toe. Here's the side for our race leaders. Coleman starting to round up that gap on Mulford. But a little bit quicker across the top. Lanarchik moves aside for Warboys. And off track for Harry Dodds. Narrowly avoids wall contact. Easily take that over a strike. Thanks for the follow, Ms. Monster. Battle for P14 between Schooler and Trainer forming. Here come some of our leaders into the pits. Blake Fitz in on the drive at the same time. Hyde and Schroeder has come in. That gap growing bigger every lap for Warboys. Martin, Wade and Rushworth here. Very tight. A bit of position shuffle going on. Schroeder goes for a pass on Hyde. Clifton goes to get around as well. Oh, too wide across the top of the mountain. Good drive out after the dipper for Clifton. Rear lock for Hyde. Still chasing Mulford. The gap's been able to hold on for a while here. And the first of the drivers that have been in and grabbed fuel is Anthony Visma. Already had to go in and use for a fast repair after the incident in lap 1. And then ducked back in under safety car to grab the fuel. So currently sitting in P5 on lap 12 with just under 10 minutes to go. Sitting about 26 seconds away from our race leader, Blake Warboys. And we're seeing average total pit lane journey being about 45 seconds being the average. We could see a lead change if Warboys does need to come in and grab that fuel. There was some heavy fuel conserving going on under the caution laps. It'll be interesting to see if they can make that work. So the drivers haven't hit up the front is Warboys, Mulford, Coleman and Tucker. Simmons and Heath having a battle. Simmons gets way nicer up the hill after the cutting. No, Visma coming back in. So what's going on? That previous stop. Something didn't go correctly in that stop. That's Dodds and Fitz. One of the first drivers having had their fuel stops done. And much later, it's only a couple of laps ago. Fitz pitting at lap 10, Dodds pitting lap 11. Alright, still being attacked by these orange cars here. He's been sandwiched between the two for a while. Warboys dives in the pits now. Nice quick entry. Mulford and Coleman stay out on track. See a lead change, but they're going to have to see these two drivers come in and grab fuel. I don't think they're going to have been able to conserve as much as what they would have needed. When these two do come in, we're going to be seeing Warboys, Fitz and Dodds as becoming our race leaders. They even may be dropping back a few more spots, maybe between 10th to 12th. Coleman's right on the nose now. Bit of slip for Coleman, just pulls it away from the wall. Hayes passes Simmons, P21. Starting to look for an opening to get around Simmons. These War Boys going to make that crew. He's currently P3. Moves back into race lead with Coleman and Mulford in the pits. Coleman in the box just ahead of Mulford and released earlier. 6.8 release. Oh, Mulford spins it at the pits. Be furious with himself for that. And then some traffic comes up. That's costly for Mulford. And toes. Maybe retirement. That might be a bit of frustrations. Mulford tiring out. Cotterill also out at the moment. Two minutes left on the clock. We're lap 15. Means white flag will be out as he crosses the control line at the end of this lap. With his 16 laps at the mountain. Fitz pestering teammate Dodds. Pretty sure that would have been a contact zero, having a little bit of fun down Conrod. And the white flag's out. 7.5 second lead for Blake Warboys. Things are looking good to be able to extend this series lead. Very closely positioned drivers that all may have potential for a shot at a position over the course of this final lap. FPR P2, P3 battle, definitely. Brad Hayes up ahead, currently P19. Moves aside to let the podium battle continue. Only a few corners left in it. This looks like a crash for Trainer. Blake Mulford on approach to the checkered flag. Take the win for round 4 at Bathurst. Congratulations, Blake Warboys. But for P2, P3 is Harry Dodds and Blake Fitz. Congratulations. Coleman take P4. Nice drive out for Hyde. Take P6. Take P5. Jacob Guscott P6. Clifton 7th. Tucker in 8th. And Schroeder in 9th. And trainers didn't take too much damage, obviously, in that reported incident. Tongue. Checkered flag for bunt. Must be post-race time penalty. I think Schooler just jumped up a position. Visma showing damage again. Unlucky race for Visma tonight. Well across the line in P16, followed by Visma. The cars across the line with Wade coming in, P18. And we have round 4 done and dusted. Blake Warboys, our winner. We'll take a look at those results now. And we have our results for round 4 of the Pagnian Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship at Bathurst Mount Panorama. Blake Warboys, our race winner. And also on the podium in P2, Harry Dodds, and P3 was Blake Fitz. And then our standings down through to P18 is then David Coleman, Ricky Hyde, Jacob Guscott, Mick Clifton, Sam Tucker, Michael Schroeder, Jacob Trainer, Jamie Tung, Andrew Rushworth, Nicholas Martin, Ryan Bunt, Jason Score, Dwayne Dwell, John Wade, and Anthony Visma. The rest of the standings down through to P28. Let's see if our podium drivers will jump over for a chat with us as well. Blake jumping over. And congratulations, Blake.
Thank you.
Look like you're having a bit of fun there with Harry at the end as well. Sitting
Yeah,
right on his tail down Conrod.
I don't know if losing to your teammates the funnest thing in the world, but yeah.
Yeah,
fun.
Thought there would have been a good little fight towards that last lap, but just tucked in there to bring home P3.
Yeah, that's the way I reckon. Just secure the podium, you know.
Yep,
I
that's
think Dottie had the pace overall anyways, only ended up in front of him because of a spin. And he still caught up, so.
Yeah, he's done well. Some good pace, and he's had a good run out the front there for a portion of it as well. And here he is coming for a chat. Congrats, Harry.
Thank you. Thank you.
A pretty good drive out there.
Oh, I've tried my hardest, but after I spun it at the elbow, I knew my chance of an undercut was pretty much dusted at that point. But no, good battle with the big man War Boys. Yeah, just a shame I couldn't play that undercut that I wanted.
Yeah, and it looked like a pretty good defensive game at that restart too. And he did start to push the gap out for a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, that was the plan really. It was just like if War Boys got hung up high at turn 2 on my outside, and like Fitzy was right underneath us, so I would have tried the same move that Gizzy did for Jamie in 2021. But yeah, not Fitzy's fault, but yeah, just wish I should have probably not to play team tactic here, but yeah, like should have backed up War Boys a bit more to help Fitzy onto the up for a 1-2. But yeah, here's what it is.
Yeah, it still paid off to get 2 of yous on the podium anyway for the team.
Oh, 100%. 100% it is. Yeah, no, we managed to get a good podium hit out for the lads in the Pelican crew. So yeah, no, that was good. That was good from us.
And then did you manage to do the 1,000 over the weekend too? Did you come in to tonight's race with a fair few laps under the belt
Oh,
over the
now
weekend?
you'll get him going. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah,
Speaking to a
we'll-
winner, mate.
Oh, there you go.
Me and Banksy cleaned up split 2. So yeah, we're coming off we're now the 2024 split 2 champions. So yeah, we'll
Yeah,
come back and
congrats.
defend it. Yeah, we'll come back and defend that next year, and we'll have another banger.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you
And
very
Banksy too, if you're watching the stream.
much.
Yeah, but more walls for you again next week as well with Long Beach. Just a little bit more unforgiving for some of the strikes, but it's probably going to be a pretty tough one to battle out compared to relatively quite easy to get around the traffic for you around Bathurst tonight. It
That's
mightn't
where
be
you're
the
probably gonna
case
see
for
it.
next week.
That's where you're probably going to see me at the back end of the top 10 because I do not like street circuits in this car. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed, and we might get the chat to you next week. But
Oh yeah, we'll hope so. But yeah, there's definitely no guarantees when it comes to street circuits. Anything's possible.
yeah, that's it. And over to you for your shout-outs as well. Suppose you can cover both at the same time.
Well, I suppose Fitzy can cover probably half of it, and I'll do the other half.
We've got Blake Edge, we've got Bin the Blade Ballin, we've got One Stop Pest Management, and everyone that's involved with Pacific eSports Racing are all great people. Thank you.
W Energy Drinks, Bin the Blade Balin for Balin Foundation. Sorry, that was a bit stuttery there. Tim Nickel Photography, Player One Sim Gear as well.
Excellent. Thanks, guys, and congratulations on your results tonight. And then all the best of luck next week at Long Beach.
Will do. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Catches. Then we have our podium finishers, Harry Dodds taking P2 and Blake Fitz taking P3. Joining us for a chat at the end of the race for round 4. And then we will be coming back next week to be able to do round 5, and that will see us at Long Beach Street Circuit, a very unforgiving track and one not to be missed. You're going to see some great racing action as it opens the doors for some pretty good tight passes and ample door-to-door action as well. So you definitely don't want to be missing that one. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Be sure to hit the follow button if you haven't done so already, and then you'll be notified when we go live again next week at 7:35 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time on Monday night, and that will be at Long Beach Street Circuit. Not only thanks to you for joining in, but also thanks to our sponsors and partners, Pagnian Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, Dubby, Fanatec, Stump Grinding, Central Coast, Razor, and Chubby Buns Burgers. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and see you next week.